another episode of Meet the Bishop. Today we are very honored and blessed to have His Eminence Metropolitan Serapion, the Bishop of the Coptic Orthodox Diocese of Los Angeles, Southern California, and Hawaii. Thank you, Your Eminence, for being with us today. Thank you for taking the time to speak with the youth and be with us in CYC. So, to start the conversation, we would like to learn more about your upbringing, your where you were raised, which college Your Eminence attended, and your work experience, and also your service start.
I was born in Asyut, 10 of November 1951, but most of my young life stayed in Aswan when I go up there. Then I went to medical school in Asyut and graduated and returned and worked at Aswan until I went to the monastery in 1979.
Okay.
In April 1979. Most of my life I stayed in Aswan. So
Okay.
I went in Aswan when I was in the fourth grade and until I went to the college and so on. So my upbringing mainly in Aswan, Sunday school in Aswan, learning the churches. At that time we had two churches in Aswan, St. Mary and Archangel Michael. My father of confession was late Abuna Armiyazaki. I served in Aswan. We in the first year of the high school to have servant preparation. And then we start to serve from the second and third year because they know that is we will leave because at that time there was no university in Aswan.
Did Your Eminence practice medicine?
Yeah, after I finished, I stayed at the Imtiaz, intern, and then I went to serve in the village, interned and take residency of urology, and then I left.
Okay.
So almost 3 years, yeah.
Yeah, that's a long time. So, Your Eminence, tell us why you decided to choose the monastic life, pursue monasticism.
At the beginning of my high school, actually at the end of preparatory school, as in Egypt, there's preparatory like the junior high here.
Yeah.
My father gave me a gift, the book about story of the Copts, which written by Iris Habib al-Masri.
Yeah.
So I read especially the story of St. Athanasius, which we celebrate him today.
Yes.
And I was so impressed by him as a great mind, because at that time, at that age, like you know, in this age you have always role model, and so you are attracted to people of great mind. So St. Athanasius is a great theologian, defending the faith. For me, was a great. But what touched me is how this great person was proud to pour water in the hands of St. Anthony.
Yes.
So which drew my attention to the importance of the monastic life. St. Anthony is a great saint, but St. Athanasius was a great scholar and saint too.
Yeah.
This is from this time, just an idea for draw attention to the monastic life. But there was no monastery in Aswan. I didn't see any monastery, didn't see any monk at that time.
Yeah.
Because Aswan was a part of the Diocese of Luxor. So the Metropolitan of Luxor live in Luxor.
Yeah.
We just to see him once a year, to come to visit Aswan. And when I went to Asyut, I visited Muharra, there in Muharra. But then I started to go during the Holy Week in Abu Ma'ar, St. Macarius. And in 1975, Amba Hedra became the Bishop of Aswan. So that started to know a monk and to guide me in my, and he guided me to Amba Sarabamon. So I went to him. He used to go after that to Amba Bishoy until he was ready to go to the monastery. So I went to Amba Bishoy because I believed and continue to believe that is the monastic life. The most important things is the guidance from a father, the elder, to guide you in your monastic life more than which monastery or which place. So when I found this in Amba Sarabamon, That's why I went to Amba Bishoy. I went to Amba Bishoy because of Amba Aswan. So he became my father of confession and my guide till he passed away.
So since your eminence were in high school, you had the plan and the idea that you wanted to pursue monasticism?
Yeah, but it's grow. Yeah, of course, young age still, not yet, even no time. You have to finish my study and also. Actually, I had a passion for monastic life, but also passion for medicine. Then my father was a medical doctor, and we learned from him as be a doctor is a mission to serve the poor and the patient more than just to get money. But I loved medicine. I tried to find a way to have both of them, but it didn't exist in the church. There's no monastic order with medical mission.
Yes.
That's what was dream, to have something like this.
Yes.
And then I live a monastic life, but I serve people by this profession which I loved and was good in the study and so on. But it happened.
What was the family reaction when they found out that you wanted to leave the world and pursue monasticism? Was there resistance?
No, not resistance, because they know I go to the monasteries, and then it happened in the last year in the study. The last subject was pediatrics.
Yeah.
So we finished written exam with the oral, and the oral go by section.
Yeah.
And then my section was supposed to be on Thursday, and suddenly my father passed away Wednesday. So I have to decide what to do, because he called. I was in Asyut, he was in Aswan. I have to decide what to do. I decided to go and do the exam on Wednesday, and they accepted that because the funeral will be on Thursday.
Yeah.
So that's why I couldn't go to the monastery. So I have to stay to take care of the family affairs. That's
Yes.
why I stayed this other 3 years. When I went, I just left. I used to go during the Holy Week, and I went and didn't return.
Never came back.
Never. But my brother told me, we are 7, 6 boys and 1 girl. I'm number 3. Number 1 can already working. Number 2 is the girl, she already married. And I take responsibility. And then when my siblings, younger brother graduated, so I started taking care of the family and other brothers and of mom. So I went. Her reaction, like any mother, because I go without telling anything, just don't come. But what comfort her, as they told me later on, and for this time, for 50s, can usually any family to lose children, to have many children, but they lose 1, 2, and so on. I have 1 brother, then the second one passed away. Then came the girl, and then I came. I was very sick when I was younger. So I was about to die, but it didn't happen. She felt, she remembers that, and she felt a comfort. He's supposed to die, but God gave him life, and then he took him. It was a source of comfort for her. But now, thank God, people started to accept this more than before.
In the past. That's true.
In the past,
Your Eminence, we understand that Your Eminence were very close to the departed His Holiness Pope Shenouda, and that he assigned you multiple tasks. Can you share with us some of those tasks?
His Holiness Pope Shenouda, blessed memory, I went to phases. And one phase when I started to know me closely, that started was a medical reason. When he fall and broke his leg, and I was and the monk in the monastery. I went to take care of him and follow up with him. So started by the medical relationship.
Okay.
To take care.
So medicine helped.
God rewarded me, and then I went decide to sacrifice medicine and go to the monastery. But still, it was a reason
It's
for
a huge blessing,
to know to be the doctor, or private doctor of Pope
definitely.
Shenouda.
Yes.
That was a time which extended. And I entered the monastery in 1979. Was ordained in August the same year.
Okay.
And this happened in the summer of 1980.
Wow, that
So
was very, very quick.
I
year
became close, going to see him when he stayed more time in monastery.
Okay.
And then it happened when Sadat took the decision, and he
stayed.
stayed. So this was becoming very close.
So
لأن كان المونastry closed.
Yes.
وأنا يعني the only one who can take care of all the monastery, the only doctor there.
Yeah.
Well, it's very hard to bring people from outside because. So I even at that time, His Holiness main things can regarding his teeth. Yani, so bring a dentist. So he tried to teach me what to do if something happened. Yani, there is filling and fold. What to fill it again until yani, bring a doctor because it need permission from the security and so on.
It's complicated.
Becoming yani, for me as more. So I also knew His Holiness deeper because at that time he was everybody against him, the government, even within the church. So you know people in difficult time. So it's very close. And then I went, he sent me to serve in Switzerland. So it's a relationship between a priest and the Pope. And then he ordained me a bishop for Ecumenical social services. So he allowed me to live in the same residence with him, so I meet him very frequently, and chose me also to travel with him in all his trips outside Egypt. I accompanied him.
Can you share a story with us during the time that His Holiness Pope Shenouda was staying in the monastery and you were taking care of him? Any of the stories you'd like to share with the youth?
Yes. One of them is when I find myself go to His Holiness and stay time with him to take care of something. So what to do? I am with the Pope. He asked me about some things in the monastery. I don't pay attention. He was focused more on my life. I start to bring questions because I like to read.
Yes.
So I prepare questions, and he liked to answer questions. So there was a teaching process, and he give me some books to read in his library. So I benefit from this time.
From his wisdom.
With him and during this time. And also, he's very kind. Even I go, but he welcomed me, host me, and help me. Even after he go to leave in the morning, so he insists to take me in his car, just to go around to the door of the monastery. I can walk it, but he insists. I ride with his car and go. It was very, very, very kind. During the time of Sadat, we show him how he very strong, not to let this problem to come inside him.
Yes.
We was very happy with His Holiness.
Of course.
Knowing what is going outside.
Politically, Your Eminence, we know that you were the first bishop to be ordained outside Egypt by His Holiness Pope Shenouda. Now, after 30 years, what is your insights of what happened in the Orthodox Church over the last 30 years?
The first diocesan bishop in Western Boglet كان أنبا ميسائيل في Birmingham. That's the first diocese.
All right.
The first bishop to come and stay in the United States was Amba Yusuf. He came as a general bishop
Okay.
2 years before both of us called to be bishop.
Together? Okay.
So I visited him when he was a monk in Dallas, and then he returned to Egypt. He was ordained a general bishop.
Okay.
And then His Holiness sent him in 1993
Okay.
for the diocese, the southern diocese, but a general bishop.
Okay. Forgive me.
I
saying
was
that.
ordained. No, just
I
to
had the wrong
clarify.
information. I'm glad you correctified that.
So in 1995, both of us called to be diocesan bishop in United States. And I was bishop from
California, in Los Angeles.
1985, but bishop of Ecumenical Social Services. Yes, I go and visit, but not staying bishop there. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So both of us called on the same day, on the 14th of November, but his Yusuf was enthroned before me.
Okay.
He enthroned firstly, and then me in December in Los Angeles. So we served together. We only the two dioceses in North America, both of us. That's why
Almost the same time.
we build a relationship. Yeah. But within this time, a lot of things happen. We thank God at the level of the North America. We have more bishops now. We have more dioceses in United States and in Canada, more churches now, few monasteries, few theological schools. There is a growth of number of people. There is an increase of people coming, either from people who came from Egypt,
Yes.
or people coming from Arabic world, from Gulf areas. Our people who joined the church, our second, third generation. We have fourth generation now in area like Los Angeles, because first church in 1969. So we thank God for all this work which happened, and thank people. The real hero, in my opinion, is the Copts people. They ask for priests to come. They insist. They even fight with the church to send the priest. They are very generous in establishing churches,
Yes.
even a small number too. Very generous in supporting. If we have over 90 priests plus archdeacon and deacon, and over 100 clergy, who support all this? This is the people.
The grace of God, yeah.
The generosity and the love of the Copts to their church, and this is the main factor which God looked to it and helped us. Because usually people say, and as a bishop, I establish many churches, I establish, but actually not me, people. Because without these people, how we can all of this?
With the grace of God and your blessing and work and prayer.
Thank God, الناس the families taking care of their kids, and how we can find to ordain a priest. This candidate is outcome of good family to bring him, and more his wife, because to accept and her husband being here and living a comfort life. Why all these changes? And that is the families, which that's why we can find candidates. If we don't have these families, we will not find any candidates. This is many blessings which we see. That's why even when people fight, because we take a decision, they don't like the decision, and they fight and attack us, and so on. I see it, even it's painful, but better than to be careless. If people are careless, I do whatever I do, decision, and no respond. Yes, maybe you feel it's peace, but I feel more dangerous in the people to be careless. It is better to fight.
But don't you, Your Eminence, think there's too much involvement from lay people to get involved in the politics or the decision making of the church?
I want them to be participate, because I have to tell them why take this decision. And there is things which I take their opinion, because suppose I bring a priest to serve a church. They have no say. They are happy, they are very obedient people. But they don't feel the connection. They choose. If I build churches and bring the priest and ask people just to come. They will not come. But because they started the church, even a small group, and then ask for a priest. We send the candidates, they don't like it, or have different opinions, and so on. For me, this process is a very healthy process.
Yeah,
but we know how to discern what is the role of people, what is our role. It is not a matter of voting, but it's a matter if you reject something, why?
Yeah.
So the reason to help us, because some people have their own agenda,
yes.
and few people they troublemakers that exist.
Yes.
But you have to protect the people from this group of people. But again, when I have a people who care for the church, who participate, who have their opinion, they speak out, even it is make our work difficult to some extent, but a good challenge for me, because when I take a decision, when I know I have to tell the people why I take this decision.
Yes.
So it led me to study the decision of taking it, because people will ask me. So I have given answer. If nobody will ask me, so why I think of a reason? So it helped me to study. The same when people ask why. And when especially in new generation, tell them San Mark established the church of Alexander.
Yes.
You're like, what is the evidence?
History.
But it is written in the book of Eusebius of Caesarea, 4th century. This is the history of the church. He mentioned San Mark went to Alexander.
Yeah.
So when I tell them about anything, why we do this, why this, like I say, the future of our church in America, it depends on the word why. If people ask why, and we are ready to find answer, then we will be successful. If people don't ask why, or we don't have answer to their why, then I am concerned about the future of the church.
Yes, so that's why continuous education and understanding of our theology, doctrine, the church history are all very important.
Very important.
To continue to grow, Your Eminence, what is that Your Eminence wish or hope to accomplish in the next few years for the church?
I hope that our church to follow the model of the church in Egypt.
Okay.
One of the reasons of the continuation of Copts till today, even with all the challenge which we have in history, number one, God and the integration of the church in the Egyptian society. Copts never be foreigner in the society.
Okay.
The church accepted the culture, even the Arabic culture, but with Christian values. So we use Arabic, we think in Arabic way. We have no difference between the other Egyptian, but the only difference is related our faith and our Christian values.
Okay.
The same also here. We came as immigrants. We didn't come here to establish churches as a missionaries, but Copts came, and we came to pass. So we started as a church of immigrants. How we moved to be a church of citizens. So we stopped to speak about America as El Mahgar, our land of immigration. It is not immigration. Yes, still people immigrate, but now more and more people, they are not immigrants.
Yes.
They are citizens. They
American
grow up here.
Yeah.
So they want their church to be a real American church, but a real Orthodox church. And this is a challenge.
Yes, it is.
That's the big challenge, is how to make the church keep the Orthodox faith, but present this faith in the American culture.
American Christian, yeah.
But this is a big challenge. And then you're coming with a certain culture. So you have to discern what's cultural, what's faith, and how to take the faith and implant it in the new culture.
Yeah.
So when an American come and enters the church, does not feel like we are like a foreign body.
Yes.
We are part of this society. Firstly, we want to protect our kids from the society.
Yes.
It's a protection mentality. But now, we have to go beyond the protection mentality to contribute to the society, to correct it, to widen the meaning of community, establish a church in a city. We say to serve the Coptic community here. What we mean by community? We mean the member of the church. Can we understand the community is the whole city? And we have a responsibility toward them. This is one of the things which I hope. The second thing is to give a leadership role for the new generation. And it's better to take it while we are make the bridge. And that's why we increase the number of priests who go up here, number of bishops who go up here, which is something good in our Coptic Orthodox Church, and it accepted it easily. We didn't have a long time a fight to trust this generation to take a leadership. And that's why we established the American Coptic churches, where the leaders, as a board, as a priest, all from this generation, but very successful because they love the church. Number 3 is to strengthen the link with the mother church in Egypt. But not only the administrative part, but more the spiritual part. That's why when youth go there, they love to serve the service. And here in the American society, that is the first immigrant, maybe their kids, they suffer from different culture. We are Egyptian American. The third generation, they look to the sources. They like to know. That's why we find, the black people in America, they're called African Americans. So they came from Africa a long time ago and came as slaves. Why they are proud to be African? Because this is our source, this is our origin from Africa.
Our mother church.
The same. People be concerned, like maybe the second generation, third generation will not think of Egypt. It is the opposite. Maybe the second generation, maybe. But definitely the third will be more committed. They like to know what is the tree of our family. They need to know grandmother, grandmother, to know about this, because this is our sources. We have to strengthen this, but to understand their needs and to respond to their need, not to force them, let them to love the church as a mother who would care for them. We call it mother church. Okay. As a mother church to sacrifice for the kids, and always the mother put the needs of her children above her needs. Any mother, she put herself the last.
We have to be vigilant about what they need.
She eats the last. After her kids eat, she eats. After her kids, the rest she dressed. That's the mother.
Yeah.
That is, we take it the same also. Our mother church, which it's group in our Coptic Church. When we were in need in priest, the church sent us the best priest.
Yes.
During the time of Pope Shenouda, when they sent the best priests from Alexandria, from Egypt, from Cairo, who came and served here. Of course, we don't need now this, because we can ordain from here. But that is to see that this is build the connection with the church in Egypt, because some people have phobia, and maybe the church in America one day will be separated and so on. Once His Holiness asked me, Pope Theodorus, do you think that one day the Church of Land of Immigration will be separated? I told him no. And why? So because there is no reason for that. We are lucky or blessed to have 3 popes Carlos, Pope Shenouda, and Pope Tawadros, who
Yes.
are very open-minded, very loving to the people, very understanding to their needs. This is, and then the established churches send the best priests, established dioceses, and we have all the flexibility to serve our people. They understand our needs. Why to think of separation? You belong to church has a long history. A church offers martyrs till today. To be proud to be part of this church, not to be stupid to separate from this church.
So Your Eminence have no concern with heresies in
No,
the future?
heresies in everywhere. We can have a heresy here, we can have heresy in Egypt. This is defense the faith. I need the separation.
Yes.
يعني one day مثلا the church in America will say we are independent from Egypt.
Okay.
I have no concern of that because I see all the time is the opposite. It's the opposite.
Yes. Your Eminence, you were presented an honorary degree from the Catholic University of America in November 2022. What do you expect in the near future as far as the unity of all churches?
This honorary degree and the memorandum of understanding with them is not related to the dialogue and the unity.
It's not related, okay.
Yes, the speech which I gave was about the dialogue.
Yes.
But it was not for the dialogue. It was, it's more academic cooperation between our theological school and the Catholic University, because they have started department for Oriental Orthodox and the Coptic, and so that's why they want to build a relationship, exchange for studies, exchange. It have more things related to cooperation in the academic level,
Okay. So do you see any changes?
But in the dialogue,
yeah.
We have it through official commission between the Oriental Orthodox and the Catholic Church, and His Grace Bishop Carlos is the co-chairman from the side of the Oriental Orthodox.
Okay.
Unfortunately, this dialogue, which focus on unity, and unity based on unity of faith.
Yes.
There is no progress in solving these differences, because it is the opposite. The differences increase. That's why, especially now, they add not only the procession from the Holy Spirit, or purgatory, or Immaculate Conception, the old things.
Yeah.
Now we have the salvation of the non-believer, then added the homosexuality and all these things.
Yeah.
That's why we suspend the dialogue, just to tell them we are concerned about what is the direction. Is it the real direction for the Catholic Church, or just happening for certain circumstances? But nevertheless, we have a good relationship. We continue. We hope the new Pope to direct the Church. Pope Francis was very kind, has a good relationship with His Holiness Pope Tawadros. But for teaching, so some areas was very vague, which create a concern with him. So hopefully, this is a change for that. Yeah.
So right now there is a complete pause on the dialogue because of what happened with the Catholic Church during this lifetime?
Not yet resumed as official dialogue, but there is a work for evaluation of the situation and coming with some proposal, hopefully to be accepted from both sides, from our side and their side, to resume the dialogue again. Because we are in this dialogue, and in our side, we are not alone. So we are in consultation with the Syrian, with the Armenian, Ethiopian, Eritrean, other churches, because they are part of this dialogue.
Yes. Your Eminence, in your opinion, what are some of the challenges facing the efforts of unifying the churches in general?
As I said, the problem is the unity for us should be based on unity of faith. Unfortunately, the theological differences increase, not decrease.
Yes, it's decreasing.
Which make us the idea of unity until miracle to happen. But nevertheless, we have progress in relationship, know each other, visiting each other, understanding each other. Yani even in the dialogue, even if we don't reach agreement, but at least there are mutual understanding. That's why we change the goal to be realistic and focus more in common witness, in mutual understanding, than speaking about unity. Until something happens from God to change what is going on now.
Sayyidina, we are celebrating the 1700th anniversary for the Council of Nicaea. Can Your Eminence comment on the significance of the Council?
The Council of Nicaea is the first ecumenical council, which was very important as a step of to have a ecumenical council when calling all the bishops of the world after the time of persecution. It was a great event, and also the outcome of the council was the creed, the Nicene Creed, which was help in articulate our faith regarding the Holy Trinity, and also responding to the Arian heresy at that time, and also the canon of the Council of Nicaea. Many of this canon are very important until today. Also, the decision regarding the Holy Resurrection Feast to solve these differences, where to celebrate it on Sunday or on the day when the third day after the Passover. So decide to be the Sunday after the Passover, any Sunday, first Sunday after Passover. All this important, because now we have a discussion about the common date for the Holy Resurrection, the Easter.
Yes.
Now we have to refer to the Council of Nicaea, because we have to follow this and discover why we celebrate in different ways, because there are different calculation of the Passover, and that's the Sunday after the Passover. So that's why we make a celebration by, we just have here in St. Stephen Center the conference on the Council of Nicaea today.
Yes.
And how to benefit from today. It's organized by our theological school, St. Athanasius and Cyril Theological School, and attended by all the bishops of North America, and also priests and servants from different dioceses, to see how we can benefit from the council for today. One of the, just one point here.
Of course, of course.
In the debate about against Arius, which led, number one, the council even was very clear of condemnation of Arius. But Arianism, it did not end by the council. It is to continue. So any council, yes, important to direct or to articulate the right faith, but there is a lot of work to have be done after. The church continued to suffer from Arianism for almost 100 years after the Council of Nicaea. So we have to know this. Number two, and there was a problem of terminology, because at that time some of Greek terminology was not refined. St. Athanasius put principles. What do you mean by the term which you use is more important of what term you use.
Okay.
For example, the word, the term ousia means essence.
Yes.
Or hypostasis means person.
Yes.
In the time of Nicaea, it was not defined as after that. So some people use ousia as hypostasis, or some people use hypostasis as ousia.
Yeah.
We believe God is one ousia, three hypostasis. But St. Athanasius said, if you say God is one hypostasis and three ousia, and you mean by hypostasis ousia, you are right. So what is important is what do you mean by the term which you use?
Okay.
Not the term which you use. Okay? That's why when we came to the dialogue, for example, His Holiness Pope Shenouda, blessed memory, when he was in Pro-Orienta, and with dialogue with the Catholic, he said, instead of we fight one nature, two nature, let us express our faith in clear language. And they put a simple formula, which was the basis of the agreement of Christology, which he had it with the Catholic in 1988.
Okay.
The same also when we came with the Eastern Orthodox. We follow the same methodology. Let us put terms aside a little bit, and everyone to express his faith. And if you find we express the same things, even we use a different terminology, that's we are one, but we have to refine the terminology which we use. We learn from Saint Athanasius and the Council of Nicaea, which he defended all his life, and how now to face the differences. Because some people understand defending the faith is to be rigid and focus on certain words. But they don't know that is Saint Athanasius, we call it the apostolic and the champion of faith. His desire to unity, and he focused on the meaning more than the words which we use. There's something which we needed today, after all what you see of attacking each other and people who think that is when you attack, when you insult, you are Athanasius of the 21st century.
Your Eminence, do you think we have Arian followers nowadays in the 21st century?
We have people who denied the divinity of Christ. It's not necessary to be Arian, like few people, they are not, don't believe that it's the divinity of Christ.
Yeah.
And or if it exists, people like this. So there are people to focus on Christ as a man of teaching, like Masan liberation theology. The liberation theology, it's not Arianism, but they look to Christ as social change of society, liberate from the oppression of the injustice in the society.
Yeah.
This is not Christ. Christ came to save us.
Yes.
That's why we have some concern about the liberation theology, which exists in Latin America to support the liberation movements.
I see.
There are people, they look differently. They miss, Arius, he missed the salvation. Because if Christ is not God, who saved us? So there's no salvation. So people sometimes, they read the Bible in a more in social way or more in a moral way, as like you read some wisdom of Buddha or something like this. But this is different. Christ came to save us, to die on the cross, to liberate us. This is the real liberation.
Your Eminence, can you shed the light on the personality of Saint Athanasius, most important characteristics?
Number one, هو كان man of highly educated, but only highly spiritual. And for him, the 3 years which he spent in the desert under the guidance of Saint Anthony has a great influence in him in his life.
Yeah.
And that's why he loves the desert, and loves the monks, and loves to stay. And when in his exiles, he went to the third exile he spent in the desert. Also, he's a pastoral. And he did 2 pastoral visits from Alexandria to Aswan. Yani imagine a bishop to take a boat from Alexandria, visiting diocese by diocese along the Nile until Aswan.
Wow.
He did it twice, one at the beginning and one after of his. And also his writing, when he speak about defending the faith, he defends the things which affect our salvation. So his concern is not intellectual debate but his concern is the salvation of the person. That's why he leaves the things which are not related to our salvation and focus of the things which is related to our salvation, because this is his main. And of course, his courage and to be strong against all the world, many emperors against him, bishops against him, yes, accusing him, but he's very strong in, and also how he educated the people, and how he supported. And we mustn't speak about this time as the hero of faith. But we should not underestimate the role of people. The difference between Arian for Homoousios, and the same essence, like the essence, is one letter in Greek. Yes. How these people understand this difference? This is mean. They have educated people. The people who supported Saint Athanasius, they know the difference. They don't say, oh, that's theological things. Let them, we don't care for that.
Okay.
Like sometimes now, people are like, theological things, no. We need spiritual things. But for Saint Athanasius, there is no difference between spiritual and theological.
Your Eminence, can you give your sons and daughters an advice on how they should conduct their lives in today's world with all the conflicts and disagreements?
And normally they focus on Christ and build the relationship, because Christ is the source of our joy and source of our hope. And religion is not a set of rules or even some knowledge. It is a relationship between us and God. We are nothing. But with Christ, we reach the highest level and to be united with Him. So read about the Lord, build a relationship with Him, and trust Him. And if God was with us, who can be against us?
Thank you, Sayyidina, for your time. Thank you for your wise words. Thank you, our watchers, and see you next time.